Well, hello there. Today I'm going to talk to you about the theory test and the hazard perception test, which you've seen. I found a few pitfalls on them, little things to look out for, little tips from me to you that I think you might find helpful. But before all that, I have news. I've got my licence. I posted it off last Friday. Well, I say a week last Friday, and this dropped through my post box last Friday, so it took just under a week, and they say allow for 3 weeks, so I'm pretty chuffed for that, which means that allows me to go ahead and book my theory test and my hazard perception test, which I have done. Now I've got my theory test first, and I've booked in at a place, test centre in Boston, in Lincolnshire. The reason I'm going out to Boston, even though it's not local to me, it's about 35 miles away, is because my local test centres, including Nottingham and Leicester, Grantham, etc., they were all pretty much booked up until the second week in July, and I don't really want to wait that long if I can help it. So I booked in this place in Boston. That's my theory test. That's on Monday the 15th. On Wednesday the 17th, I'm booked in Grantham, which is local to me, and that is my hazard perception exam. So I'm all set and ready for that. I've just shown you my paper counterpart. I was on the DVLA website, and as of today, the 8th, apparently this is no longer required. Go figure. I'm going to take it with me anyway, just in case, but everything you need will now be on your plastic licence. So that's something to bear in mind. I'm just going to run through this test with you. There's a couple of little glitches that I've found with it. Now, the one that I've been running is by a company called Focus, and that's this one, which lets you practice the hazard perception and your theory tests. You can try out little clips at a time, or you can run mock exams, etc., just like the DVLA do. So, like I say, this isn't the official one. This is by a company called Focus, and it's a pretty good tool, but there is little faults, as I'm about to show you. If you see this clip here, there's a hazard. I shall press play, I'll show you through it, but there's a hazard that I spotted quite quickly, and if you look down here, I clicked firstly here to say I'd spotted it, and the actual marking zone begins here. So if I'd have carried on, I'd have scored nothing for this clip, even though I spotted the clip, because I don't know if that's because I'm a more experienced driver. I've been driving for 25 plus years. Yeah, I spotted it a lot quicker. So what I kind of do now is, as soon as I spot a hazard, I'll click to register that I've spotted a hazard. When the hazard starts developing, I click again, and if it's imminent, I click again. As long as you don't click, because if you do, they'll give you a strike. Oh, excuse me. They'll give you a strike, and you'll score 0 for that particular clip, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, so I clicked here, and again, and then a third time I managed to click, and I was just in the 5 sector, which is where you really want to be. 4s and 5s, you do them all the way through your test, and you'll pass at the end of it. But I'm going to press play now, and I'll talk you through it. So we're driving down this single track lane, and I spot a lady with a dog on the left hand side. Click just there, I spotted her. Clicked again, yeah. And they registered their click, their scoring zone a lot later than I did. so it's not perfect, but I think when I first started doing this, I thought that you had to press click once at the right moment in time, when in actual fact you don't. As you can see, I've put 3 or 4 clicks just to register hazards that I think are developing, etc. And then as they get imminent, I'll click again, and that'll get me in the scoring zone, which is this chart here. So, but what they do is they take your highest rate click, which in this instance I'm just in the 5, so I'll get 5 for this clip. So if I finish reviewing, you'll see I scored 5 for that, which is where you want to be at. Now let me get out of this one. So okay, let's go home because I don't want to practice anymore. So you can do your perception, you do your theory, run mock tests and what have you. Now I also bought this, this is the official DVSA DVD-ROM, and I think in all, the hazard perception on the official one is slightly better. The clips aren't as long, and the quality of the clips are better. The images are certainly better, and I think the hazards are more pronounced on the official one. So I was able to get a pass rate from the get-go on this DVD-ROM, whereas this one I had to learn its little, like I said, little foibles, and I managed to start getting past with that. So there we have it. I've done a couple of mock tests with a theory test, and I'm pretty okay with me highway code. You know, I'm not one of these people that drives around the country not knowing what signs mean. I know that when you're on a dual carriageway in a car, that means you can go 70 miles an hour when there's a national speed limit sign, and I'm forever shouting at people because they're trundling along at 60 miles an hour, slowing down to go through the speed camera at 60 miles an hour, when they just don't understand what that sign means. But yes, I'm pretty okay with all my road signs, etc. The area that is apparent I need a little bit more training in is the LGV side of the questions. So you can single out which parts and which clips or which set of questions that you want to practice on, and it shows you, it gives you a progress chart of where your weaknesses are, and that is my weakness. So I'm singling that out now, and I'm practicing that because I've only got a week. So, but no, I'm also reading the book that comes with it all, which is really helpful. The brake lines, I mean, I had no idea what colour brake line went where before. When they asked me what colour do you plug in, I was just stabbing in the dark. I had no clue, but now, you know, I'm getting there, and I'm finding it really helpful. So here we are, staring down the barrel of 2 tests. It'll be what it'll be. I shall give it my best, and my next post will either be or it'll be oh, wait and see. Fingers crossed it's a. So yep, check in with me again soon, and hopefully we're past. Then it's on to the practical side. So yep, drive safe. Catch you later.